Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Elite Wrestling World. I am your host GhostSaad. Thank you guys for joining me right here for AEW Collision post-show review. What a banger of a card we have for tonight. Darby Allin defending the World Championship against Sammy Guevara. The Opps is in tag team action, and also Willow Nightingale defending the TBS Championship against Red Velvet. Trios titles, Eliminator match, the Conglomeration will wrestle STP, Shane Taylor Promotions as well. So let's get dive into it and talk about that. So we started off with Moxley talking about his upcoming match with Kyle Fletcher on Dynamite 3-hour block, and how Kyle had his number whenever they had stepped into the ring, and that he tapped out twice to Kyle Fletcher. So Moxley did not make excuses or deny it, and he acknowledged he would stay away from Kyle, but he was not the same John Moxley he was 6 months ago. So he's gonna do better against Kyle on Dynamite for the Eliminator match for the Continental title. So again, a very good promo and hyping up the match between the two on Dynamite 3-hour block. The Conglomeration Eliminator match for the Trios titles against STP to start off Collision. Mark Briscoe started the match with Carlie Bravo, and he quickly tagged out to Moriarty after a chop from Briscoe. Redneck Kung Fu, which is a signature of Mark Briscoe. After a series of punches on Moriarty in the corner, Orange Cassidy did a bunch of comedy spots. Orange Cassidy hit a hip toss on Lee Moriarty and then tagged out to Kyle, who hit several strikes to Lee. But as soon as he went for a submission, Bravo and Dean raced in to break it up. Bravo countered but was soon dumped to the floor. Orange Cassidy hit a tope suicida. STP got on the apron to block the dive from Mark Briscoe. Orange Cassidy hit the orange punch. Briscoe hit the dive, threw Bravo back in the ring before hitting the Froggy Boy and Jay Driller, and the trios match won by Conglomeration. So again, a very good match to start off Collision. Will Ospreay was backstage and apologized for not answering Samoa Joe's messages, but said that while he respected Joe was in the match that made him want to become a professional wrestler, he needed to learn from the ace of AEW, John Moxley, as well. He isn't doing this because he thinks Moxley is a good person, but he believes Moxley is the key for him to getting back on the track for the world title opportunity. And he also hyped up the match between Joe and Ospreay over Cup first round matchup as well. So again, a very interesting promo from Ospreay as well, and pretty much looking forward to the match against Joe on Double or Nothing pay-per-view. The Conglomeration were backstage with Lexi and Kyle talked about how he had an elimination match against John Moxley on Wednesday, and he's going to tap out Moxley again and will get the title shot for the Continental Championship as well. Mark Briscoe called out to Tommaso Ciampa, and it sounded that they would have a match on Wednesday as well. And Willow then talk about the title defense against Red Velvet tonight. So very good segment for the Conglomeration backstage. Next up is Willow versus Red Velvet TBS Championship match. The match started with a technical exchange that saw Red Velvet getting the advantage as well. Willow and Velvet exchanged strikes until Willow hit one hard forearm, and then Willow did an airplane spin and hit a swan drop for a very close 2 count as well. Willow went to the top rope, but Velvet countered it into a corner roll that planted Willow. Velvet hit a knee strike and got a very close 2 count. Red Velvet, frustrated, got up and hit the ropes, and Willow hit the parallel ropes and hit a pounce before hitting the Babe with the power bomb and gets the pinfall victory. So again, Willow did a lot of selling for her match, and we need some opponent, some story for Willow Nightingale and her TBS Championship as well. Hype video aired for Sammy Guevara challenging Darby Allin for the world title. He said that he beat Darby 4 times in the past and that this would be the 5th time. This was followed by a promo where Guevara said many of the same things, but also included comments where he said he would then go to Double or Nothing and shave MJF as well. And that was funny. So Darby Allin responded backstage with Lexi near. She asked Allin about his title match against Guevara. Allin answered by saying that a lot of people have wondered why he would keep taking title shots week after week so close to the pay-per-view when he could lose the title before then. So Allin said, unlike MJF, he loved AEW and loved fighting and defending the greatest prize as well. So again, he tells that if he beats Guevara tonight, Speedball Mike Bailey will be the next one, and he will wrestle Mike Bailey for the world title if he beats Sammy tonight for the world title on Dynamite as well. So again, teasing a very good matchup for Mike Bailey as well. As the announcers were talking about, we heard chaos backstage. Ciampa and Briscoe were brawling. Briscoe brought Ciampa into the ring and locked to be hit the J Driller on a chair, but Ciampa low blowed Briscoe. Then we saw Ciampa then set up two chairs in the ring and went to suplex Briscoe on them, but Orange Cassidy and Kyle ran down to make the save. Briscoe then grabbed the mic and said on Wednesday it's gonna be no DQ match and this is going to be a fun and violent match on Dynamite. So again, I'm pretty much looking forward to that match as well. Next up is the Opps in action. Samoa Joe, Anthony Bowen versus Jay Lethal and Lee Johnson as well. Lethal started the match and indicated to Bowens that he would wanted Joe facing off against his former teacher, and Lethal chopped Joe, who no sold it. Then Lethal did a Frago strut as well. Eventually Lethal started running around the ring and Bowens made him pay as well. This distracted Joe enough for Johnson to attack, allowing Joe to be hit with a missile dropkick from Lethal as well. Lee Johnson and Lethal hit a combo using a dragon screw leg sweep. Lethal hit the ropes, but Joe hit a power slam and tagged out to Bowens for a very hot tag as well. Lethal tried to hit a lethal injection on Joe, but Joe countered it into a rear naked choke, but Lethal fought out of it as well. Bowen then locked in the arm twist on Johnson and got the submission victory as well. So again, a very good showing for Bowens and Joe as well. And then after the match, Bowens grabbed the mic and said that while he was lost over the last year, he found himself a place he could call home and he was leaning to be the killer he knew he was. Joe took the mic and said he was honored that Ospreay saw his match with him as a dream match, but for Ospreay it was going to be a nightmare. Short, simple and effective promo from Joe. So next up, we get the hype video of Swerve Strickland versus Bandido, first round matchup for the Owen Hart Cup on Double or Nothing. We got the highlights of Swerve attacking Bandido on the supercard of on pay-per-view last night, laying out with the vertebraker on a chair as well. That looks very brutal. Then we saw Brody King and Bandido were backstage and King promised Swerve would pay for what he did, but Bandido cut him off and said it was his fight and he was going to make Swerve pay for his attack as well. So it's going to be a very classic match on Double or Nothing as well. Next up is the Divine Dominion in action 5-minute challenge. That was quick victory for the Divine Dominion and the match just ended in under 2 minutes as well. So again, we need some opponents for Divine Dominion to get challenged for the women's tag titles as well. A hype video aired for the Women's World Championship match, every woman commenting on the match as well. Then we saw Athena and Mina Shirakawa backstage cutting promo on each other about their upcoming first round matchup on Owen Hart Cup. Athena promised to send Shirakawa to the ditch where Toni Storm was, leaving her for the dead. So again, hyping up the Owen Cup women's tournament as well. We get the video package of Leo Rush versus Air Fox. Last night Supercard of Honor, Action and Ready shoving Leo Rush off the top rope, allowing Fox to hit the 450 splash for the win. Nigel was backstage earlier with Leo Rush. Rush claimed that everything was fine. McGuinness walked away. Black ooze came out of Rush's mouth as he took his sunglasses to reveal red eyes. So again, his persona is changing and interesting story developing. Next up is the War Dogs and Mark Davis versus the Rascals trios match. The Rascals took it right to Mark Davis, triple teaming him as the match started. We saw Finlay and Connors pull Davis to the floor to save him. Davis missed a corner charge and a repeated kicks from Xavier, who tagged out to Venz, and then they resumed the trio attack on Davis as well. David Finley came in, caught Xavier and set him flying into his own partners before the dogs and Davis triple teamed Vance as well. We saw Rascals try to hit a triple team move and they hit a Uranagi into a backbreaker as well. And Rascals hit double poison ranas on Finley and Connors as well. Connors hit a pounce that sent Vance almost flying into the guardrail. Myron Reed went for a cutter over the ropes as Davies blocked it and killed Reed with the lariat and a pile driver before sending Reed into a last clip by the dogs for the pinfall victory. So again, a very good dominating victory by the dogs and Mark Davis as well. Backstage we saw Anna Jay and she said she just came back and she was not killed like Willow predicted. Tamelo walked into the screen and said that she was also back, so it seems the women's tag team division has another team. And we might get a match between Willow and Anna Jay in the future if Nightingale retains the title at Double or Nothing as well. So again, it's good to see Anna Jay and Tamelo back as a tag team, and they might challenge Divine Dominion as well in the near future. And in the main event, we saw Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara for the World Championship in a no count-out match. So, Guevara hit a curb stop on Allin onto the AEW World title to start off the match. Guevara put Allin on a table and then climbed the ladder and hit a senton bomb off the top of the ladder onto Allin through the table. That looks brutal. Guevara put Allin into the ring for a very close 2 count. Guevara went for go to hell, but Allin blocked it and locked on the Scorpion Deathlock as well. The referee pulled Guevara away, but he hit a springboard splash for a very close 2 count as well. We saw Guevara hit a kick on the floor and Allin was laid out again, but he kept getting up. Guevara then hit the 3 Amigos in the ring for a very close 2 count. Allin blocked a kick from Guevara, who flipped backwards, but Allin hit a shotgun drop kick. That looks brutal. Allin then went for a coffin drop on the apron as well, but before he could, Guevara rolled across the apron. Guevara then hit a flying double stomp onto the standing Allin, which was insane for a very close 2 count as well. Guevara managed to hit Go to Hell twice, and then Guevara hit a frog splash for another 2 count. Guevara then went for a 630 splash to the floor through the table, but Allin moved away and Guevara crashed through the table as well. Allin then rolled Guevara in and hit the coffin drop and get the pinfall victory. So again, a very good main event match. Both competitors looks fantastic. Allin is just now feeling the effects of this title reign, defending the title every week. But next up is Speedball Mike Bailey on Dynamite, and is gonna defend the title on Dynamite as well before he goes on to challenge MJF for hair versus title, and most probably he will be retaining the title at Dynamite as well, and it's gonna be a fantastic match as well on Dynamite. This main event match was excellent, and if not a bit too long, but I think so, a very good main event match. So that's the end of the show, folks. Please guys, like and share this video, subscribe to my channel, and keep watching Elite Wrestling World.